Holy shit. Seems I have an audience now. Well, I guess I'll take advantage of that and save a few lives. Hopefully. Before I get into the meat of what I want to tell you, I'm going to address a few things people have been mentioning. 1. Sorry to say, but your favourite monster doesn't exist. No vampires, no Slenderman, no skinwalkers. If it's been written down or acted out, it's out of the running for what you are going to run into. Are there things like them? Sure. But in the same sense, a deer is like a Great Dane. Werewolves are my favourite example. I've seen them depicted in every possible way. Funny, scary, sexy. What the hell is wrong with you people, by the way? Legitimate brawlers, but never in any way close to the real thing. We call them canis, and they average about 5.5 feet, and majestic wolf is not what comes to mind. They look dog-like, I guess, but more like someone tried to make a dog but only had access to human parts. No fur, just greasy long hair sprouting all over, distended snot-dripping faces, and smell like burning rubber and compost. They rot. Their entire bodies consistently slew off chunks of skin, hair, and pus. If you want to bang this, something is seriously wrong with you. 2. I'm no one special, just a member of an organisation that's trying to bring a little order to the universe. No powers, no special weapons. I get sent places, I try to help, and I move on. 3. I've been doing this for about 20 years or so, give or take, as time can get a little sped up or slowed down in my line of work. So what is today's lesson? Thought I'd tell you about a certain type of entity known as Candymen. No, not that Candyman. Or that one. These guys take things a bit more literally. If you hear people talking about Men in Black, Slenderman, or any other spooky asshole in a suit, either they are pulling things out of their ass, or they have encountered one of these guys. They look like an older male, age 60 to 75, but are anything but human. We don't really know what they are, but we do know that besides corner 1, they can be found in any of the corners. They wear suits, universally. Designs traced back to the early 1930s, but unlike any copycat legends, they vary quite a bit between entities. So, what do you have to worry about from these harmless old gents? More than you should. Each group of up to 4 will have a business. Often, but not always, this will be a candy store. Regardless of the outside presentation, the inside will be set up to resemble a candy store from the 1930s to 1950s. Don't know how they do it, but once you walk in there, your tolerance for strange shoots through the roof. This lets them observe you, get your information, and see if you would make a good thrall or victim. You can train yourself to resist this. I won't tell you how, but it involves absinthe, gasoline, and easy access to a hospital. When you enter, you are going to see various other entities in addition to the Candymen. Do not interact with them. They can't see you if you are not trying to initiate contact. The Candyman, or Candymen, will attempt to sell you various products. These will be similar to regular sweets from any decade until the mid-1980s, but with all kinds of strange shit in them. The ingredients can range from flesh and organs from humans or entities to outright poison, such as arsenic. You won't have to pay anything at the time, but depending on the rarity of the ingredient, you will have a flesh toll taken next time you sleep. For human flesh, twice the amount will be ripped from you. You will never see the Candyman do this, just wake up screaming and bleeding out For more exotic meat, least I've seen one take is a finger. But this isn't the only thing they are known for. This event is on a schedule, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. But every once in a long while, they get restless. If you are ever in the city and see a recently closed candy shop, run far and fast. They stop all shopkeeping operations, find the darkest, most humid corner of their store and begin to take stock, and spin this into a substance that seems to be black, slightly tarry cotton candy. The Candymen will proceed to undress and wrap itself in this shit. Over the next couple of weeks, it starts to grow, develop long transparent claws, and deep, sunken features. Their mouths distend, and all organs shrivel and are replaced with one massive bag digestive system. For those that don't know, go look it up. It isn't pretty. When all is said and done, it is a 9-foot beast with lean yoga muscles, a jaw that opens into its chest, and a head that resembles a beakless bird's skull. To add the shit your pants cherry on top of this terror sundae, they only wear old clothing, leaving it ripped, torn, and generally just off-putting. Only children? You wish. The only people exempt are their customers. Even monsters don't want to screw with their bankroll. Otherwise, they have a nasty bag of tricks to lure, trap, and kill anyone they can get alone. Which, now that I think of it, is their only rule. No age limit, no ritual, no allergy to silver. Just don't be alone. Simple, right? They will use your loved one's voice, dead or alive, contort their bodies to appear as benches, lampposts, biggest I've seen one was a 16-footer, or piles of garbage. I've seen them take pets, kids, whatever they can do to get you and them face to face. How can you even the playing field? Best advice I can give is get a vehicle and hit the prick. It's going to be the only thing that will protect you enough and do enough trauma to make it give a shit. Reason being, its bones can only bend 90 degrees and its skin has the texture of padded foam. I know, it's not elegant. It's no rosary or oak stake, but it's going to be your best chance at walking away from this situation. And don't get touched by those claws. Even a scratch is going to rapidly cause the spot to fester, part of their digestive system, in case you are wondering. You've got about 2 minutes to get your arm off before you're dead as a quick example. After about 6 months or so, they begin to shed the extra flesh and slowly return to the original form, moving to a different city and starting the process again. Some final tidbits. Yes, you can pay for the products with flesh that isn't your own. Twisted. But if you happen to get attacked by something you happen to have to kill, you have an easy way to not worry about their next cycle. Consistent customers know how to get products that can have interesting effects. Be wary of anyone you know who suddenly starts recommending a specific candy store. It's addiction. You are not going to be a new customer. You are a walking bar tab. They do have one other weakness. Not much of one, but it works. Pure, real sativa, mixed with equal parts whiskey, hits them like boiling tear gas. It's not going to do any real damage, but unless you get a nasty prick, it'll set them running. Well, that's it for now, folks. Next time, we'll talk about one of my favourite places, the flea market.